Hello Pharma guys, welcome to our channel Easy Learn Pharma. Today I am going to discuss about the pharmaceutical aid chapter. Okay, so what is that chapter names? Now pharmaceutical aids. That is also a very important chapter. Pharmaceutical aids. Okay, that is under the D.Pharmacy, that is for D.Pharmacy students and also D.Pharmacy students. Okay, so my dear students, today's class I am going to discuss about regarding the definition of pharmaceutical aids. Okay, and their importance or application of pharmaceutical aids and the ideal properties of pharmaceutical aids. Okay, so in this class I am going to discuss about the definition of pharmaceutical aids, importance or application of pharmaceutical aids, or ideal properties of pharmaceutical aids. So my dear students, so before going to the pharmaceutical aids, first of all you should know what do you mean by drug, what do you mean by dosage form. That's why you can easily understand what do you mean by pharmaceutical aids. Okay, so my dear students, first of all you should know what is the other name of pharmaceutical aids. The other name of pharmaceutical aids or the pharmaceutical aids is also called as pharmaceutical excipients, or you can say that is the pharmaceutical additives. Okay, so pharmaceutical excipients, or you can say that is the pharmaceutical additives. Okay, so now come to the point. What do you mean by drug? Drug means what? Drug. What do you mean by drug? Drug means what? A drug is a single active chemical entity present in a medicine that is intended for prevention, diagnosis, okay, and cure, mitigation in human being or animal. Okay, so my dear students, so what do you mean by drug? And drug is a single active chemical entity present in the medicine that is intended for prevention, cure, diagnosis, mitigation in human being or in animal. But you can take the drug in raw form. Okay, but you can take the drug in raw form. So why? If you take the drug in raw form, so all the drugs absorb in your mouth. Okay, all the drugs absorb in your mouth, and the drug cannot reach to the particular site and it cannot show the therapeutic action. But if you will take the drug in raw form, it leads to the toxic effect in your body. So that's why you can take the drug in raw form. Okay, so how to take the drug? But you will have to take the drug in any way, because there's so many therapeutic effect of the drug. So how to take the drug? Okay, so how to take the drug? Now you have to add when you have to add some excipients or some additives or some pharmaceutical aids. Clear? So when you have to add the pharmaceutical excipients or pharmaceutical additives or pharmaceutical aids in the drugs, it converted into the dosage form. Clear? So my dear students, you can take the drug in raw form, but you will have to take the drug in any way. So how to take the drug? Now when you have to add the excipients, additives or pharmaceutical aids in the drugs, it converted into the dosage form. Okay, so that is the medicine. And after converting to the dosage form, you can easily administer the drug. Okay, and it's shown the therapeutic and it's shown the proper therapeutic action. Clear? So now come to the point. What do you mean by pharmaceutical excipients, or what do you mean by pharmaceutical additives, or what do you mean by pharmaceutical aids? Okay, I am giving one example so that you can easily understand what is the importance of the pharmaceutical aids. Okay, suppose turmeric powder. Suppose turmeric powder. Clear? So, my dear students, the turmeric powder, all of you know, is used for the treatment of cancer. Okay, but nowadays the turmeric powder is used so many. Nowadays the turmeric powder is used to treat the so many diseases. Okay, so how to take the turmeric powder, because the turmeric powder is the API, active pharmaceutical ingredients. So how to take the turmeric powder? To take some milk, and suppose you have to take the milk. Okay, in this milk you have to mix thoroughly the turmeric powder and you can take it. Okay, you can easily take the milk in with the turmeric powder. So in that time the milk is used as a excipients or pharmaceutical aids or additives. So that is called known as liquid dosage form. So by the help of liquid dosage form or by the help of the milk, you have to take the turmeric powder into the body. Okay. So without help of milk, you can take the turmeric powder in the liquid dosage form. Clear? So the another example is, if we add some sugar particles, okay, sugar particles in it, and you have to add some water molecules, okay. So how to take the another way the turmeric powder? Okay, so you have to add some sugar particles in the turmeric powder. So how? Now because when you have to add the sugar particles in the turmeric powder, it masking the bitter taste of turmeric powder. So in that time the sugar particle is used as a sweetening agent, and that sweetening agent is called known as pharmaceutical aids or excipients or additives. Clear? And the another one is the water molecules. Okay, you have to add some amount of water or small amount of water. So when you have to add the small amount of water and sugar particles in the turmeric powder, and you have to prepare some circular shape of, okay, and you can easily take the circular shape of turmeric powder. Okay, and that is called known as solid dosage form. Okay, that is called known as solid dosage form. API is the fixed, turmeric is the fixed, but different is the excipients or different is the additives or pharmaceutical aids. Okay, so the another thing is, the another part is ghee. Suppose you have to take the ghee. So by the help of ghee, you have to add the, in the ghee you have to add the turmeric powder and you have to mix thoroughly, and by the help of ghee you have to take the turmeric powder. Clear? And another thing is, sorry, so in this process, so what will be marked? So first one is the milk, and second one is the water molecule, and third one is the ghee. That means first one is the liquid dosage form, and second one is the solid dosage form, and third one is the semi-solid dosage form. Okay, so when you have to use some different type of excipients or different type of additives or different type of pharmaceutical aids in the API of turmeric powder, it converted into the different type of dosage form: solid dosage form, liquid dosage form, and semi-solid dosage form. Okay, so in this sentence, what we will mark now? In this dosage form, the excipients used as a vehicle. Okay, the excipients used as a vehicle. That means, so what do you mean by vehicle? Now, vehicle means moves from one place to another place. That means by the help of milk, the turmeric powder moves from mouth to into the body. Okay, by the help of water, the turmeric powder you can easily administer into the body, and by the help of the ghee you can easily administer to the you can easily administer the turmeric powder inside the body. Okay, so in the simple way you can easily understand what do you mean by pharmaceutical aids. Now pharmaceutical aids are the substances which have no or little therapeutic value. Okay, which have no therapeutic value, but these are essential to be used in the preparation of pharmaceutical dosage form. Clear? So my dear students, so what do you mean by pharmaceutical aids? Now pharmaceutical aids or excipients or additives. So what do you mean? That means the pharmaceutical aids are the substances which have no therapeutic value, but it helps the drug to reach to the particular site. That's why these are no therapeutic value but are essential to be used in the preparation of pharmaceutical dosage form. Clear? So that is called known as pharmaceutical aids or pharmaceutical excipients or pharmaceutical additives. Okay. So when you have to use some water in the turmeric powder, okay, when you have to use some small amount of water and sugar particles in the turmeric powder, in that time, after adding the water, it gives a circular shape or it gives the particular shape to the formulation. So one of the importance or one of the application of the pharmaceutical aids, now it gives the particular shape and size of the formulation. Clear? And when you have to add the sugar particles in the turmeric powder, after adding the sugar particles, it masking the bitter taste of the turmeric powder. Clear? So the another application of the pharmaceutical aids is masking the bitter taste or it masking the bitter odor. Okay, and it gives the sweet taste to the formulation by using some pharmaceutical aids or sweetening agent. Okay, and the next thing is syllabus you have to study regarding the organoleptic properties, organoleptic agent. Okay, so what is that? Now it includes sweetening agent, okay, and flavoring agent, and coloring agent. Okay, in the pharmaceutical aids, you have to study regarding the organoleptic agents. So, what do you mean by organoleptic agents? That includes the sweetening agent, flavoring agent, and coloring agent. That means you have to study regarding the sweetening agent, regarding the flavoring agent, and regarding the coloring agents. Okay, and the another excipients or the another additives or another aids is that is preservatives, that is preservatives. Another one is antioxidants. Okay, another one is buffering agent. Okay, another one is acidifiers. Okay, another one is binding agent or binder. Okay, so in this chapter only you have to study regarding the organoleptic agent and preservatives. Okay, only this part is present. Okay, but these are the different types of pharmaceutical aids: sweetening agent, flavoring agent, coloring agent, preservatives, antioxidants, buffering agent, acidifiers, and binders. Okay, so preservatives, why you have to use the preservatives in the preparation of pharmaceutical dosage form? Now when you have to store for longer period of time, in that time definitely you have to add some preservatives, and due to adding the or due to presence of preservatives in the product, there is no microbial contamination will be occurs. Okay, that's why the shelf life will be enhanced of the product. Okay, and the another one is antioxidants. When you have to use the antioxidizing agent in the product, in that time it reduce the oxidation process. Okay, another one is the buffering agent. When you have to use the buffering agent or when you have to add the buffering agent in the preparation of pharmaceutical dosage form, it maintains the pH level, because when you have to store the pharmaceutical product, in that time it comes in contact with the environment. Okay, so due to come in contact with the environment, it may be change the pH. If the pH will be changes inside the pharmaceutical product, then definitely it leads to the decomposed, or definitely it will be deteriorated. Okay, so to maintain the pH level, you have to add the buffering agent. That means after add the buffering agent, it does not change the pH level. Okay, and acidifiers. So why you have to use some acidifiers in the preparation of pharmaceutical dosage form? And to enhance the solubility of a poorly water soluble drug, you have to add some acidifiers. Okay, and next one is the binder. Okay, so why you have to use some binder in the preparation of pharmaceutical dosage form. Just I am discussed the small amount of water. When you have to add the small amount of water in the turmeric powder and you have to prepare the circular step. So how to prepare the circular step? Now after adding the, because in that time the water used as a binding agent. So after adding the small amount of water in the turmeric powder, all the powder particles are attached to each other or bind to each other. That's why you have to prepare. That's why you have to prepare a circular shape of turmeric powder. Clear? So that is used as a binder. Okay. So my dear students, next now I am going to discuss about the importance or application of pharmaceutical aids. Importance or application of pharmaceutical aids. Clear? So what is the importance or what is the application of pharmaceutical aids? Now you can easily tell. So first one is simple. First one is it masking the bitter taste and odor. Okay, so how? Now by using some sweetening agent or by using some flavoring agent. Clear? And it gives the appearance, it gives the attractiveness to the formulation, or it gives the proper appearance to the formulation. So how? Now by using some coloring agent. So when you have to use some coloring agent in the preparation of pharmaceutical dosage form, it gives the attractiveness to the formulation. And also after using the coloring agent, it helps to identify for the geriatric patient or for the pediatric patient, because the pediatric patient, that means because the pediatric patient and the geriatric patient, that means old age patient or child patient. The old age patient and child patient cannot identify whether it is paracetamol tablet or whether it is pantoprazole. So in that time or that patient, by using the color, sorry, that type of patient, according to the color, they can easily identify whether it is paracetamol or pantoprazole. Okay, so that's why you have to use some coloring agent in the preparation of pharmaceutical dosage form to easily identify the pharmaceutical product. Okay, and the another importance is when you have to use some preservatives. So after use the preservatives, the microbial, it cannot grow the microbial or it cannot contamination with the microbes. Okay, so due to sorry, due to microbial contamination, sorry, when you have to use some preservatives, it cannot grow the microbial contamination. So that's why it enhances the shelf life of the product. So that is the another type of importance of the or application of the pharmaceutical aids. Okay, it enhances the shelf life of the pharmaceutical product. Okay, and the another thing, when you have to use the small amount of water and when you have to use some milk and when you have to use some ghee. Okay, after using, after using the excipients, definitely you have to design the different type of dosage form, because when you have to use some milk, in that time it converted into the liquid dosage form. When you have to use some ghee, it converted into the semi-solid dosage form. And when you have to use some small amount of water, it converted into the solid dosage form. So by the help of the pharmaceutical aids, we have to design the different type of formulation or the different type of dosage form. Okay, and by the help of the pharmaceutical aids, the drug molecules are easily delivered into the site of action for the therapeutic action. Clear? So these are the importance or application of pharmaceutical aids. Clear? So now comes the point, what are the ideal properties? Okay, what are the ideal properties of a pharmaceutical aid? Okay, that means what? That means which type of ideal properties having of a pharmaceutical aids. That's why You have to choose the such type of pharmaceutical aids for the preparation of pharmaceutical dosage form. If there is no ideal properties, so why you have to choose for the preparation of pharmaceutical aids? Okay, so that's also before preparation of the pharmaceutical dosage form, first you have to check what are the ideal properties of a pharmaceutical aids. That's why you can easily prepare the pharmaceutical dosage form. So which type of ideal properties are there? Now first one is the pharmaceutical aids do not, sorry, the first one is the pharmaceutical aids easily available in the market. Okay, and the second thing is it should not be toxic. Okay, it should not be toxic. Okay, if it is toxic, then why you have to take? Okay, and the second thing is the pharmaceutical aids should be chemically inert. That means when you have to use or when you have to add the pharmaceutical aid in the preparation of pharmaceutical dosage form, it does not react with the it does not react with the API, or it does not react with the container, or it does not react with the packaging material. If it is react, then it is harmful for us. Okay, so before preparation, first you have to check whether it is inert or not. Clear? And the most important parameter of the pharmaceutical aids, it should, after adding, it should not change the solubility of the drug. If it is change the solubility of the drug, okay, because all of you know 99% drugs are poorly water soluble, and we have to add some pharmaceutical aids or excipients or additive to enhance the solubility of the drug. If after adding the pharmaceutical aids, if it hampers the solubility of the drug, or it should not say, sorry, it hampers the solubility of the drug, so why you have to use it? Okay, so before preparation you have to check after adding the pharmaceutical aids, it should not change the solubility of the drug. Clear? So these are the ideal properties of a pharmaceutical aids. Clear? So my dear students, what I have discussed regarding the definition of the pharmaceutical aids, okay, and their importance or application of the pharmaceutical aids, or ideal properties of a pharmaceutical aids. Clear? Thank you very much, my dear students.